guys, welcome to today's video. Make sure you visit podcastformarketers.com for more information. Over there, I have a really kick-ass course on how you can make at least a few grand a month on simple reoccurring revenue, right? And that's called Freedom Funnels. And make sure that you like this video and subscribe to my channel, man. I'm put out videos every day, so you don't want to miss what I put up, because I put out some pretty kick-ass content. And man, I always want you guys to comment below, man. I absolutely love all the comments you guys bring. Let me know what you're thinking. If you have any questions, I'm always in the comment section. I really love the community. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, so today I'm going to talk about email. I've noticed I'm in a little group, and somebody actually sent me a chat through my customer service chat bot or whatever, and they were like, man, what do you do to get emails to hit the pocket every time? I keep ending up in promos and shit like that, in the promo folder or the spam folder. And so I kind of wanted to talk about this really quickly, because I think it's really silly that, and I'm serious, because I kind of looked this up immediately when I started marketing. Like, man, I don't want to use MailChimp. There's got to be a better way. I don't want to use Aweber. I didn't want to do any of that, right? And that was immediately. And I don't know why, but I just didn't like the fact that I had to pay them for subscribers when I knew, okay, so maybe I'll have 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers and I'm paying these guys $50 a month or whatever. And I just don't want to pay them monthly for that. And I know, like, when you're first starting out in business, that you're not going to want to pay. Moreover, they send a lot of fucking emails, right? And if you're using MailChimp and Aweber, they end up in the fucking spam folder. And I'm talking about some of the best marketers I've seen out there using fucking MailChimp, like your Mike Dillard. Oh, I love MailChimp, right? He ends up in my fucking spam folder like almost daily. All right, so how do I hit the pocket every time? How do I stay out of the promotion folders? I do go to the promotion folders sometimes. It depends on what you're putting in. But the first thing is stop fucking using MailChimp and Aweber. That's number one. And stop using Gmail as your from email. It's got to be your name at .com, whatever. Don't do this no reply, hello, admin, info, webmaster ad or whatever. And, any of that shit. Use your name at your.com, number one. That's number one, to keep you out of the fucking promo folder. Number two, don't put money figures, any kind of money making, oh, you can make 10,000 or whatever, any kind of dollar figures, any type of like hyperbole, spammy sounding shit is going to end up in the fucking pocket. Every time. It's going to end up in the spam folders every time, right? So those are kind of like some of the everyday things to think about. But I wanted to show you that Mailgun gives you a free 10,000 messages and 100 validations every month, meaning you're going to validate emails for you every month, right? And then after that, it's, like say, for instance, if you're going to send out 40,000 emails, it's $15 a month. That's a lot of emails to send out, 40,000, and you should be making enough money, but you can get it cheaper than that. I would say to start with something like Mailgun, and it's real easy to set up, right? So they're going to give you some things that you need to put in with your registrar, right? And I'm using the Namecheap. So they're going to say, put in a text file, these two text files. This is going to be the host name, right? And this is going to be what you're going to paste into the value itself, okay? And then they're going to say, put in these text files, which are MX files, and then put in this priority and these values, okay? And then they're going to tell you to put in this C name here, okay? And here's what that looks like, okay? So there's the C name. Instead of putting your actual name of your domain here, you put an @ symbol because it's the same thing. And then here you put in exactly what they say put in, okay? And then you'll be verified with Mailgun. And then you can check the records and you'll get all of these green little check marks. And then after that, it's pretty self-explanatory. You come up here and you get your SMTP credentials, and that's a wrap. Then you can go to some place like this, like Cindy, okay, and set up your own campaigns and start sending out emails using that service, Okay? But there's better services than that. So let me tell you about Amazon SES, right? So there's other services available, but Amazon is the best, the most accurate. It's going to hit the pocket every time, okay? And it's the cheapest. So if you put your Cindy onto the Amazon AWS service, which I'm not going to say to do that right away, but you could and you should, you get 62,000 emails a month for free, okay? And on top of that, you get 10,000 emails after that for $1. So if you send it out 50,000 emails a month, it's going to be your charge is going to be $5. All right, and you can't beat that. So when you get to the point that you're outgrowing Mailgun, and what you're going to do is what I do. I use Mailgun totally free to send out transactional emails. So when someone buys some stuff, it goes through Mailgun and it shoots right out. Okay? If I'm getting over 10,000 transactions a month, then I need to start paying more money then, and I'll probably have it, won't I? Right? So I use that for transactional emails, and it's cool. When people are on my newsletter, I use Amazon SES, and it's really easy. Once you go into your AWS and then you go to the SES portion of it, you're going to go here where it says email addresses. You're going to verify your email address. And what you do there is if you don't have your .com set up, you'll have a redirect in your name registrar. If you're using GoDaddy or whatever, don't use GoDaddy. But let's say you're using MailChimp. Just add this redirect. Add a wild card, which means anything at yourdomain.com will be forwarded to your Gmail address. Okay? Once you verify that address, it's going to forward to your Gmail address. Click on the little button that says verify. Amazon's going to verify that. Then go look at my Mautic videos that I have, and it shows you how to, and there's a link on how to get out of the sandbox. It's one email. They'll get you out of the sandbox. You're good to go. Then you come over here and you set it up in Cindy. It's really easy, guys. Even if you're not a non-techie dude. I'm tech curious. I'm not really a techie dude, right? But I figured out how to send my own emails. Stop paying all that money out. It's really simple to get your own email newsletter. And then you can get free email newsletters. Like you see, these are the top free responsive email newsletters, and they give them away. Just come look through this list and get your free email template and start sending out your emails. And so what I do is I just use like a template, like I'll show you my transactional template right here. So you just save your templates and then you can kind of edit them as you go along, right? So this is one if somebody comes in. This is one if somebody comes, like abandons my cart. This will get sent out like, hey, you forgot something, right? And then I also have my daily, newsletter that I send out. This is kind of a template. I start from this one and I just move on from that. Okay. So it's really, really, really not hard at all to get your own email service set up. And how did I learn about this? Honestly, I went to YouTube University and kind of like put bits and pieces together, but Amazon is really easy to set up. Follow the directions in that link that I left in my Amazon setup video. Okay. And that's it, guys. Stop going to Aweber. Stop going to MailChimp. Stop going to these places when you don't have to, and you're concerned about your emails hitting the inbox every time. If you have Mailgun, try to use different, like your transactional emails, you definitely want those to hit the pocket every time because people want to know, they want a receipt. They want to see something hit their inbox. So use Mailgun for that. And it's free for 10,000 messages. If you're getting any more money than that, then you should start paying. And then after that, use Amazon SES or any other service. There's a lot of other services here. Another one is SendGrid that I noticed that people use. And I think you get $10, 40,000 emails a month. That's pretty good, right? So these SMTP services, a lot of people use these services and they use them from their own little domain names. Any marketer that's out there worth his salt is not really using MailChimp or anything like that. It's number one, it's less expensive, especially when you're not Frank Kern and making $50 million and on Infusionsoft or something like that. You know, when we're not those people, we need to have something to combat all of those gremlins in our bank account. But it's not just for the gremlins. Here's why I like Amazon SES so much. It's a premium service. It works better than all of those other services out there, and it's less expensive. Coffee break.